Can hair color damage our curls and to what extent? Which colors to use and which ones to avoid? Should you use bleach or not? How much does it cost? What products to use? Pre and post care? All of this and more. Everything that you need to know about hair color is what we are sharing in today's video. Hello everyone, this is Khushbu Singhvi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm clearing all your doubts regarding hair color, and in case you're thinking I've just colored my hair, it's just been a month and I'm sharing. Nope, I did color my hair earlier as well, and I will tell you exactly how I did not damage my hair at all after coloring. So let's get started with this video. Now let's first talk about the question everyone is concerned about. Can hair color cause damage to your hair and to what extent? See guys, to be honest, it can, but it depends on who colored your hair, what color did you use, and whether bleach was used or not. Who colors your hair is extremely important. Whichever stylist you are choosing, whoever is in your city, first try to see for the Instagram page. Now things are very easy. Everybody is on social media. So whichever stylist you're choosing, go check out their Instagram page. See all the colors they have done in the past and how did the results turned out. Once you'll go through the Instagram page, you'll get a lot of idea. Trust me, read the comments if you have to. This is your hair. Do not just trust it with anyone, or go to a stylist that you personally trust. So which brand do they use is also very important. I personally have used Schwarzkopf last time and I loved it, and this time I've used L'Oreal and I'm loving it so far. So please go for some reputed, well-known brand. Do not go for any of the small local brands. This is something that I really recommend, and a good hairstylist is the most important. Avoid doing it with newer trainees, people who have just learned to hair color. Do it with somebody who's experienced and who has done a lot of hair colors. Second thing, which color to do. So there are some colors that can cause more damage, like some shades of purple, some green, some very vibrant blues. They can cause more damage to your hair than the normal shades of browns, goldens, coppers, mahoganies. Okay, red is a color that I want to specifically talk about. I know that red is a favorite of many, but if you are getting a red hair color done, please be prepared. It is going to fade. It fades much sooner on Indian hair color. So it is going to fade and it's going to leave that weird ash burn orangish color shade in your hair. And then so if you love red, go ahead with it, but be prepared that it's not going to last you as long. Usually I've seen for people it fades within 2 months of doing it, and it also bleeds a lot. So if you are choosing red, please read very well about it. And if you're choosing shades of browns, goldens, coppers, mahogany, then it is a much safer color choice if you want to play safe. Okay, if your hair is in a super healthy state and you want to experiment with colors, please do it, but I'm letting you know that that can cause a little bit more damage to your hair than these colors. Now coming to bleach. Is bleach necessary? No, it is not. I have never used bleach for my hair yet. This is the color I did last time. This is the color I did this time, and no bleach was used. So this color was from Schwarzkopf. It was a mix of copper, gold, and one more color which the stylist had put. I do not remember it now. I had shown a lot of pictures of the color I needed, and accordingly he had decided. And this time I did with a shade of mahogany and ash brown. So it's a mix of these two colors from L'Oreal. So yeah, when is bleach important? Bleach is usually important if you already have colored your hair and now you're going to change that hair color and it cannot be blended over that. It's a different color. Then they need to bleach your hair. Or if you've been using a lot of box colors at home, then they might need to bleach your hair. And if you're going for some very different shades, like some shades of purple, some shades of orange, some shades of blue, green, some particular shades of these colors, they need bleach. So only in these cases you will need bleach. Otherwise, please run away. If your stylist is insisting on bleach, do not do it. With bleach, you definitely need a much extensive hair care routine. So do it only if you are willing for it. Now let's talk about the pre-care and the post-care and the products that you should use if you've colored your hair. Curlies are very lucky here and I'll tell you why, but let's first start with the pre-care. So what you need to do before you're going to color your hair, I will highly recommend clarify your hair and use a good protein rich deep conditioners. Definitely do this even if the stylist has not asked you to. I think you should still go and do this. Not style your hair. Let them check your hair condition, your hair quality, and let them decide what they need to do. Okay, definitely do not use a gel in your hair because that can really interfere with your hair color. Even leave-ins, avoid using any. Second thing that you need to do as a pre-care is see the color that you need. See for a lot of images online of the color that you want, like take even 30-40 images if you have to, so that your hairstylist is very sure what color you are aiming for. Also see their work if you have to, and then decide what you need to do. So this is the basic pre-care. Also, I would say that if you have chemically treated your hair, like if you have done rebonding, keratin, or any of these chemical treatments, and your hair is in a damaged state already, wait for some time before you color your hair. Get your hair in a healthier state and then go for your hair color. Now coming to the post care and the products you should use. See, for post care, the best part is that curly hair routine falls perfectly with colored hair, because whatever colored hair needs, we are already doing all of that. It needs a little bit of more conditioning, and it needs milder shampoos, it needs good leave-ins and creams that we are already using. So just continue with that. Most of the curly hair shampoos we use are color safe. So all these color safe shampoos that comes in the market, they are either sulfate free or they have very less harsh sulfates. Basically, they don't use harsh sulfates, because if you do that, your color will fade much sooner, your hair will feel drier. So what you need to do is you need to use shampoos that are a little milder, that are sulfate free or have very mild sulfates on a regular use. And as and when you need to clarify, you can of course use that, a shampoo with which is stronger, but on the normal days, just use shampoos that are milder. So if you have a good curly hair shampoo, continue using, you do not need to change that. And same goes with the conditioner, and same goes with your styling. Yes, it might happen that your hair will feel a little bit more drier, so you might have to switch from a lighter weight leave-in to a more moisturizing rich leave-in. If you, whatever you've been using, you might have to switch up to a little bit more richer and moisturizing products, but that is it. Don't have to change much in your routine, except this one thing that you can do is add a deep conditioner in your routine more often than what you were doing now. Suppose now if your hair needed it once in a month, try doing it twice in a month when you've colored your hair. That is it. Preferably the bond repairing one, and also which is really nourishing and rich. My absolute personal favorites are the Manetain Bond Repair conditioner, the Curl Up Bond Repair conditioner. They are amazing for your colored hair. The Fix My Curls deep conditioners, both the protein one and the moisture one, they are all of these deep conditioners are absolutely amazing for colored hair. I will highly recommend to add one of these. Like, you don't have to use a bond repairing every wash. You can use it maybe once a month, and once a month you can use any of the other deep conditioners that you have. Even Ashba, all of these deep conditioners are amazing for curly hair. The one change that you will see is that some products that were heavy for you, or you felt that your hair did not need it, now your hair will love those products, because coloring can make your hair a little bit dry, a little bit porous, so it actually likes all of these products better. Okay, for leave-ins and creams, I'll recommend going for Ashba Leave-in. Amazing, it works for my colored hair. The Manetain Cream, again a beautiful option. Then you can also use the Curl Up Cream. Any good moisturizing cream that you love or leave-in, you can use. If silicones work for you and you're looking for something in budget, you can try the Himalaya Protein Hair Cream or the Parachute Cream. Both of these are also great choices. All in all of these are amazing choices for colored hair. So you can definitely try them out. And gel, you can use any of your choice, it's not a problem. But yeah, keep your focus on conditioners, deep conditioners, and leave-ins. Use good moisturizing ones and you will see no difference in your hair, I promise. Now, one extremely important thing that I have to mention: if you are coloring your hair, please do this. Use a Plex treatment in your hair. It can be Olaplex, it can be any other treatment available at the salon, but please tell them to add this with your coloring session. So soon after they have colored your hair, and when they are washing the color, at that time they will apply Olaplex or whichever treatment they are using at their salon, and I highly recommend doing this. A lot of times in many salons, it is an optional thing with hair color. Many salons will highly insist, and some salons have it compulsorily included in their color package. The reason is, doing this causes the damage to be minimum. So please, even if you think it is expensive, even if you think that the salon is just, do not think that the salon is just pushing it. A Plex treatment helps in immediately repairing your hair. That little damage that the color has caused, in repairing your bonds, it just fixes that, and your actual damage is like minimal. So I highly recommend that you add this. Please talk to your stylist before you are coloring your hair. And for hair color, avoid going to the very local salons. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. I have seen people's hair getting really spoiled. So please, please do your research before the salon that you choose and talk to them about all of this, about bleach, about the type of color they will use, the brand they will use, the plex treatment they will use or not, if they even know about it or not. You need to talk to them about all of these things. What to go for, highlights, balayage or global? So let me explain you a little bit of difference between these. First, let's talk about global. So global color is when you're coloring your entire hair in a particular color. That's called global. Like if you have a lot of whites and you're not willing to embrace them right now, you want to hide your whites, then of course you can go for a global color. So, but if you also want this effect of a little bit of highlights, then you can mix global with some highlights or balayage. Balayage is more of freehand coloring. So they'll take a section and they'll color it like freehand. So it usually, like, shows very full in the end. Highlights is more of even coloring. Okay, so what I did is a mix of highlights and balayage. So some sections they had selected, they only did highlight on that. Some sections they have selected, they did balayage on that. This is the same I did last time also. And I love the effect of mix of a highlight and balayage. Like some hairstyles, some curls will just shine very beautifully with the highlight, and some will look really nice with the balayage. I don't know how to explain that. Maybe ask a hairstylist for better explanation. But this is what I have done both the times, and I think it gives a beautiful look to your curls. Okay, few things that you should definitely avoid before getting your hair colored. And also all of this I'm talking is doing your hair color in a salon. At least 3 to 6 months before your coloring session is henna. Please do not use henna or henna, whatever you call it, in any form in your hair, because that can really interfere with hair color. If you're using a lot of herbal products, avoid using them before coloring your hair. They can again interfere with your hair color. And box colors, if you have done box colors, it is difficult for the stylist to color your hair. Then they might have to use some lightening treatment or bleach or something or the other to actually give you a desired color. So avoid using box colors as well. Yeah. Guys, I was just editing the video and I realized that I forgot to mention two very important things. So avoid my hair and my look. But yeah, listen up. So does hair color cause graying? I really wanted to cover this topic. I have no idea how did I forget. So here is the thing. After I colored my hair the first time, it did increase my grays by a substantial what do you call it, like I could literally see my grays, within that year, the first and the second year, I actually see my hair graying a lot more than what it was before coloring. Now if you actually read about it online on Google, or you read any research paper, they say that hair color does not cause graying, and this is a myth. So scientifically there is no proof of this, but also we have to take all the research papers with a pinch of salt, because all these research papers are backed up by the brands who actually make these hair colors, right? So it's not always that, you always have to take the research papers with a pinch of salt. So this is what I personally feel. I have spoken to many hairstylists. So some hairstylists said that it's an absolute myth and it doesn't work like that. A few hairstylists said that they have also heard it from their clients that they got more hair graying. But the best is you go at your house and ask your mommy, chachi, nani, mosi, whoever has colored their hair. After coloring, did they see a lot more grays? And the ones who have embraced their grays and not colored, did their grays increase by the same amount? Because they've all aged up, right? So when you ask this, you will get an answer. Okay, so two hairstylists actually told me this, that it can be, maybe that when they're applying the colors, yes, because our colors are always applied on the scalp as well. So it might happen that the scalp, feels that we are getting enough melanin and it doesn't need to produce melanin, and it stops producing the melanin, and hence the color gets, your hair gets gray. That could be a reason. What they recommend to me is that always color a little bit away from your scalp, like maybe an inch and a half away from your scalp. Do not touch the color to your roots. So if you'll see, even this time what I've done is I have left like around an inch and a half from my scalp. So this part is not colored, and then the color was done, because even if it's a myth, I didn't want to take a risk. And if it's not a myth, even then, however, whatever it is, I didn't want to take a risk. So yeah, I just wanted to put this here. Okay, how much does the hair color cost? Now it can cost anywhere between 7,000 to 15,000. if you're doing with a good stylist. Okay, of course there might be some salons offering cheaper than this price, but I've already told you what to do and what not to. But any good hairstylist I have seen or spoken with or seen their work, they all charge between this range. This range highly depends on what all you are doing for your hair, whether you're doing just highlights, you're not adding the Olaplex treatment, whether you're doing a mix of, you know, global with highlights, whatever you're doing, the price will vary accordingly, but it is somewhere in the range of 7 to 14-15,000 is what I have personally seen. So yeah guys, I hope I've covered everything, but in case I've left something and you need to know, please ask me in the comments. I will be more than happy to help you. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it helps you clear all your coloring doubts, and all the very best to you for whenever you color your hair. So thank you so much for watching this video.